You should always take a villager on the journey with you. They help fight off creatures, mine resources, and the best part, if they die, they'll just respawn and teleport straight back to you. And you also shouldn't underestimate the secret storage of plants. Garden plots have one space for you to put the seed in, but once you do, it's taken away and left empty. It's a great way to store any valuable items that you don't want your friends getting a hold of. But you will want to talk to your villagers because once your base is high enough level, you can send them on jobs. All they need is the right workbench and they'll come back with tons of resources. If you pay attention to what they have to say, some of them are better at certain jobs than others. For example, any farming related villagers will usually tell you they're better at gardening than other NPCs. So basically just make sure you chat with them and assign them to the best job for more resources. And that's not the only thing to talk about because they also provide huge tips for your game. Chat with any explorer type villagers and there's a chance they'll give hints on where to find a sand or snow biome in your world. Especially useful if there's none for miles. If you thought crossbows were good for combat, wait until you use the double bow. Just like the double pump, you can hold two and switch between them when firing for some rapid damage. Some enemies only take 2 hits, so it's really easy. If you prefer taking care of animals, you might be wondering how to get them into pens. All you gotta do is build half of the enclosure and drop food inside to attract them. Most of them like fruit and vines, so it's easy to get them inside, but just know that animals despawn when you leave the world, so you can only farm their resources during your session. And if you ever get a full inventory and wish you could carry just one more thing, there's a trick that actually works. Simply spam the pickup button as you walk towards your home and it keeps swapping them out until you get there. One thing you should never carry though is raw meat. Sure, it doesn't have any negative effects, but it's 100 times better to cook it first. Some foods don't just restore health, but also give an additional boost. Foods like pies and pizza give over 20 health and 5 extra hearts, so make sure to pay attention to the pink icons when cooking. These are the ones that give you a bonus. Just make sure you don't drop it in lava because it'll be pretty hard to reach unless you use the stealth feature. Pressing crouch actually gives you a further reach distance, so you can pick up items that fell into lava without getting the hot feet. If you're exploring a cave that can't reach the ceiling, you gotta remember to take wood with you. You can easily build some quick stairs to get up, and once you're done, just break it in 3 punches to get the materials back. So if you run into creatures down there, taking them on with your teammate is the best option. You can completely overpower almost any enemy with more than one person, stunning them constantly so you don't even get attacked. Maybe you don't have a friend? Well, your villagers can do the exact same thing. One of the most difficult things to beat in LEGO Fortnite isn't the enemies, it's water. For some reason, you can only swim a few meters before you drown, leaving you with the option of going around, spamming attack, or building a bridge across. My favorite though is by far boat. You can create one with platforms and thrusters, making it insanely easy to cross large bodies of water. If you're crossing the mountains instead, keep an eye out for bushes. They'll stop fall damage, so they're perfect to save your high jump. Just make sure it's the large ones because the smaller bushes will not help you. But any of them can help with enemies. If you're running from one and about to lose your last heart, jump in a bush and they'll simply lose interest. It gives you time to eat some food, regain health before going on the run again. If you spot a giant rainbow on your travels, make sure you sprint towards it. If you build up to the cloud at the end and dance with the characters, you'll receive a bunch of loot as a reward. These rainbows only stay out during the day, so make sure you visit them fast. Not the only random occurrence, supply drops can also rift in, and let me tell ya, they drop some really good loot. Another free gift can be found by following rip butterflies. These guys spawn randomly and will lead you through the world to a reward. It might be a chest, even a llama, so it's always worth checking